welcome to Buzz on Business. I'm Al Mattis, Vice President at Southwest General and Chairman of the Northern Medina County Chamber Alliance. And with me today is Chad Wilson. Chad is the co-founder of Engage Virtual Range. So we're going to learn a little bit more about what that's all about. So maybe you could just start us off with what is Engage Virtual Range?
Sure. Yeah, and lots of people ask, what is a virtual shooting range? And our business seeks to answer that. We're a simulated live fire range, meaning we virtualize the act of shooting. And so think about a golf simulator where you would take your golf clubs and swing it in a computerized virtual simulator. We do the same with firearms. And so yes, we have a wide range of customers, law enforcement on one end of the spectrum. They come in and do situational training, think about traffic stops, domestic violence scenarios, but they're able to practice real world, high stress scenarios that they're faced with, on the job. That's one end of the spectrum. On the other end, we have an entertainment market who comes to do recreational shooting, competitive shooting, all sorts of things on that end, and a whole lot in the middle, which I'm sure we'll get into. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So when you go into Engage, what's the experience? What's it like?
Completely unlike a traditional live fire gun range, and that's intentional. What we learned early on was that people were intimidated by shooting, especially new shooters. If you hadn't had experience with it, you go into a lot of the live fire ranges, and it's overwhelming, it's intimidating, it's loud. There's other customers there. I mean, there are dangerous things, projectiles coming out of firearms, and so that's an intimidating experience. And so when you come into one of our ranges, it's low key. We stole from the gyms. We're judgment free. It's an environment that fosters learning and education, and a heck of a lot of good time too. So a lot of folks come in more for recreational. So.
Well, we seem to be emerging out of the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
How did that affect your business?
Yeah, COVID was interesting. We opened our Medina location in 2019, August of 2019, and so we were off to the races. We were really energetic and thinking, no, we're on to something. Of course, COVID shut us down for a couple months. And we reemerged slowly. It was a little bit different type of business that we were doing for probably the first year or 18 months after COVID. A lot of people were buying firearms. Gun sales, as you know, were set records in 20 and 21. And so as people bought firearms, the responsible thing to do is to take the next step, which is seek training. And we can introduce particularly new shooters, but also at experienced and advanced shooters. We can do a lot of things in our range that you can't do in live fire. Starting with new shooters, get the first-hand experience, their first look, their first trigger pulls, their stance and grip, and they can make mistakes in our environment and obviously not have anything harmful or dangerous as an impact. So back to COVID, we saw a lot of people come to the range seeking that training, and that still exists today because, as you know, gun sales are still very, very high. But the training aspect of things is super important. A lot of people will buy a firearm. It'll go in a closet or in a safe where it should be in a lot of cases, and they never get comfortable with it. And so while they have it, they don't have the comfort. You really need the two if you're looking for home defense or any of that type of personal protection. You not only need the firearm, but you have to have the training that goes along with it.
So you've mentioned about safes and training. Safety is a big concern for you, right? So this is a good environment to learn.
Absolutely.
Learn how to use a firearm properly.
So our instructors are mostly retired law enforcement, military, or some sort of significant NRA certification. And so what they bring to the experience at our virtual range is the safety, the knowledge that comes along with proper usage. And so whether it's youth or new shooters, even experienced shooters, we follow all the same range rules. Finger off the trigger, down range. All of those things are really important because the habits that you learn in our range, good and bad, obviously translate to live fire. And so, particularly with the youth, it's finger off that trigger. Wait till you're ready to shoot.
This isn't about video games.
It is not. Now, you say that, and it's not, but we have a lot of entertainment and competitive shoots. We get our most popular event is a Valentine's. It's a couples shoot, and it's a ton of fun. People are looking for something unique. It's right. We just had it around Valentine's Day, and we had 80 some couples come and at different times come through the range, and they usually couple it with dinner or something and come and have that recreational time together. They can learn a skill. They have a lot of fun. They get that unique experience, and so. Yeah, it's not all, we do a lot of training, and in our world, we are a training facility first and foremost, but we're also a destination where you can have a heck of a lot of fun, entertainment, and learn at the same time.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
So how does someone how do you make reservations
Sure.
at Engage Virtual Range?
Easiest way is online.
Okay.
Through our website, you can make reservations. We do look for them in a day in advance. As I mentioned, we have instructors that we pair with each of our reservations, so you will have expertise. It's in a private sim bay type of room, if you will. Okay. So it'll be you and your instructor, so you'll get that experience in more of a private setting where you can learn and spend time together with your friends or family, whatever your group looks like. So online reservations are the best way. Day in advance is ideal. Further out is fine. Group outings, if you have a larger family, we do a lot of group outings where we might use multiple simulators, okay. And we even do corporate events. And in fact, that was one of the things that really surprised us when we started the business. We didn't give much thought to the team building aspect of what we do. And lo and behold, and particularly before COVID, and it's now just starting to come back, our company outings and group outings, whether it's youth groups or corporations who want to do something unique. They've done axe throwing, they've tried a variety of other things, and this is sort of that next new thing to do. And so we're getting fantastic feedback from those customers as just something new and different.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, you've heard it here. Chad Wilson from Engage Virtual Range. It's educational and entertaining, and we thank you for being here today on Buzz on Business, and we'll be right back.
Play Eric Amarola's Race Day Mix.